Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's topic is very important and impacts quite a few people. It has to do with Hong Kong and China. Breaking news coming out just this morning. You might want to grab a cup of coffee before watching this video because we have some breaking news coming out of Hong Kong. The official Hong Kong post office says that they are stopping shipping parcels to the United States due to new tariffs. This is a really big deal. You're probably wondering, why did this happen all of a sudden? Well, let's take a look at this map, and then I'm going to share with you some charts so you can see how dramatic of an increase this really is. And then I'm going to show you some of the news articles which are talking about this issue. As you can see, this is the world. Here is the United States, and here is Hong Kong, so you can see they're pretty far away from each other. But yet there's a shipping route and line that goes directly from Hong Kong to the United States. And right now that line is broken. It says no direct routing available. Well, why is that the case? Why would this happen? Well, it's because of new tariffs that were put into place on shipments going from Hong Kong to the United States. Let me go ahead and show you this chart real quick. So this is the rates, the old rates, and the new rates starting January. You can see that there was a 47% increase in tariffs and import duties. So what that means is if you were shipping anything from Hong Kong to the United States, those items would now be subject to a 47% increase in price when they landed in the United States. That's not something that any company wants to deal with because that's not good for business. I know I've talked about a lot of things related to China and Hong Kong and tariffs in the past, but this situation is getting worse and worse and worse. And it's only going to get worse in 2023 because they're putting in even higher tariffs. So this is kind of the domino effect of everything that's been happening in the last 2 years with the trade war and tariffs and also COVID and lockdowns. All of that is starting to come to a head now. And so if you were shipping from Hong Kong to the USA, let's say you were shipping some electronics or clothing, whatever it might be. Well, that company that you ordered from in Hong Kong, they don't want to deal with a 47% increase in cost. They're just going to say, no, we're not going to ship it to you. So basically, the United States is closing its doors to many products and goods coming from Hong Kong. And this is a big problem because many companies rely on shipping from Hong Kong to the United States and vice versa. Many companies in the United States order their products from China and then they have those products shipped over to Hong Kong where they will package them and then ship them out to the rest of the world. So if you're ordering like clothing or beauty products or things like that, chances are that product originated in China, but it went through Hong Kong first because they offer those services of packaging and then delivering it to you. So this is a huge disruption in the supply chain, and it's also impacting the whole global economy. Not only that, but we're seeing a lot of packages that are stuck in customs and they're getting returned back to Hong Kong, or they're getting held up in customs in other countries as well. Many people are waiting on very important packages and they're not getting them. And unfortunately, if you're waiting on a package from Hong Kong, it looks like it could be delayed or stuck in customs. There is nothing more frustrating than waiting on a package, and it's especially frustrating during the holiday season. So what exactly does this mean for you? Well, if you're waiting on a package from Hong Kong, that package might be delayed or stuck in customs, or it might get sent back to Hong Kong. And if you're doing any type of business with Hong Kong, whether it's importing or exporting, your shipments may also be delayed. There's already been a lot of delays and problems with shipping due to port closures in China. And now there's going to be shipping delays due to Hong Kong not being able to ship to the United States. So this is a huge deal, and it's not just impacting one or two companies. Many businesses are impacted by this. It says that this service disruption is expected to last until further notice. So basically, they don't know how long this is going to last. It could be a couple weeks, it could be a couple months. Nobody knows at this point. It's just a waiting game, and it's going to make things even more difficult. When you're trying to ship something or do international shipping, you always have to factor in extra time for holidays and customs delays. So this year we had major delays with Christmas, and many people did not get their packages on time. They either got canceled or they arrived late. Unfortunately, this situation is only going to make things worse next year. So if you're doing any type of international shipping or you're expecting to receive any type of international shipment, you should factor in some extra time for delays. Also, you might want to consider alternative shipping routes. So maybe you're shipping from Hong Kong, maybe there's another country that you could ship to where you could get around these tariffs. Or maybe you're shipping to Hong Kong and you want to consider other countries that you could ship to where you would then have these same types of issues. There's a lot of talk about maybe some peace talks happening between the United States and China. However, there hasn't been any confirmation on that. So we're still waiting to hear about any type of positive developments with that. But until then, we're still going to see some of these challenges and disruptions in the supply chain. One thing that you should know is that they haven't completely stopped shipping. If you're in Hong Kong, you can still send some items to the United States, but you need to consider that 47% increase in tariffs. So that's not something that most people want to deal with. And this is also really hurting the people who work in the shipping industry because their jobs may be at risk because there isn't as much shipping going on. At this point, it seems like this is just a temporary suspension, and hopefully things will improve in 2023. I'm going to keep you updated on this situation, and if anything else develops, I'll be sure to share that information with you. However, what I'm not going to do is cover my face because I do not want to scare you. Some people have said that the way that I speak, it sounds like I'm covering up something or I'm hiding something, and that's not the case at all. I'm just naturally talking very quietly. I don't know what it is. I don't speak like this in real life. For some reason, I get nervous when I talk to the camera. I don't know why. It's just something about being on camera that makes me feel a little bit awkward. So I don't know if you've noticed that, but I've gotten a few comments lately saying that I sound like I'm hiding something. So just wanted to clear that up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you learned something new. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Have a wonderful day and stay tuned for more updates. Bye bye.